Yeah, hello again. Premier League spending is fast approaching £600 million and clubs still have 27 days to get their business done. News on Paul Pogba to come. But we start with a deal that has fallen through. Sky sources have told us West Brom will not go ahead with the signing of West Ham striker Diafra Sakho. It was suggested Sakho had failed a medical, but we are told that's not the case. We understand Sakho would not have been fully fit for the start of the season, and for that reason, West Brom will not pursue the deal. A fee of around £15 million had been agreed between the clubs. And we'll have more news from West Ham United a little bit later on. But the Sakho situation has implications for you-know-who at the Hawthorns. That's right, Saido Berahino, a man you cannot keep out of the transfer window. West Brom said they would only consider the offers on the table from Stoke City and Crystal Palace once a replacement was found. Now, Berahino must wait for West Brom to seek other targets. Berahino has 1 year left on his contract. There are three options. One, he's sold in this window. Two, he signs a pre-contract agreement with a foreign club in January and West Brom will receive nothing. Or three, he moves to an English club next summer and West Brom would receive a compensation fee. This one could run until the latter stages of this transfer window. Keep your eye on that. Now to the latest on what would be the biggest transfer in the world in history. Manchester United manager Jose Mourinho says he does not want to talk about Paul Pogba, but did say the reality is we are going to sign one more player and he hopes to bring in that player before the start of the new Premier League season. We are told Pogba could be in Manchester this weekend to complete his record £100 million transfer. United's first game, of course, is at Bournemouth and it's live on Sky Sports. From Manchester United, we heard from Kevin De Bruyne there. Let's go to Manchester City. They became the first club to outlay £100 million this summer when they signed Gabriel Jesus, and their spending won't end there. Colombian forward Marlos Moreno is expected to join from Atletico Nacional. The fee is understood to be £5 million, and Moreno is expected to go out on loan for the season. Reports suggest that Deportivo La Coruña will be the destination of his loan. Now, staying with Manchester City and their pursuit of a man who is dominating this transfer window alongside Paul Pogba, the Everton defender John Stones. We are told there is effectively no negotiation on this. City have been told the price is £50 million and Everton are not budging. So the ball is effectively in City's court. Pay the money, get Stones. That said, Everton continue to look for possible replacement for John Stones. And I understand they are still interested in the Swansea City captain, Ashley Williams. There's an expectation they will go back in with an improved bid, despite Swansea's insistence he's not for sale. Another source has told me it would take £15 million for Swansea to even consider negotiating. Now, staying with Swansea City and potentially a big-name arrival. Sevilla sporting director Monchi says a deal to take Fernando Llorente to the Liberty Stadium is close. He's quoted as saying it has come a long way with Swansea to reach an agreement. We expect to hear in the coming days. Now, the Swansea chairman, Hugh Jenkins, is hopeful of adding one or two players very, very soon. Now, as promised, back to West Ham United we go. And the latest on this man, Jonathan Calleri. Sky sources have told us a season-long loan deal has been agreed in principle, subject to the player getting a work permit. We understand that will be granted once Calleri represents Argentina at the Rio Olympics. Calleri was on loan at Sao Paulo from Deportivo Maldonado last season. Now, staying with West Ham and the latest on the former Newcastle United defender, Davide Santon. Sky sources have told us the Inter Milan fullback is having the second part of his medical today. The deal in question is a loan with a view to a permanent transfer. It's believed the option price next summer is £5 million. Let's go from West Ham United and the latest on Arsenal. They remain very, very interested in this guy, Lyon striker Alexandre Lacazette. The two clubs continue to talk to find a resolution over a fee. Now, this would be a real coup for Arsenal if they can sign Lacazette, given the stance of Lyon president Jean-Michel Aulas, who says Lacazette is not for sale and he's their most important player. Then again, he also said Arsenal will not go back with an improved offer. It's our understanding that they will, and that's when the resolve of Lyon and their president will be tested. As for departures at the Emirates, let's get the latest on their keeper, Wojciech Szczesny. He's flown to the Italian capital today for a medical ahead of a move to Roma. The deal is still under discussion, though. It may be a season-long loan, it may be a permanent, it may be a loan with a view to a permanent. Let's go from Arsenal to their North London rivals, Tottenham Hotspur, of course, and the latest on the Marseille winger Georges Kevin Nkoudou. The deal to take him to White Hart Lane and for Clinton NG to go the other way on loan has been agreed for a while. Why the delay? Well, the delay in finalising has been because representatives of Tottenham have been in Australia for the International Champions Cup and Marseille are in the process of establishing new ownership. Furthermore, NG, we were told, was waiting for a visa. We now understand he has that visa. Every expectation the deals will go through before the start of the season. Worth reminding you all of the top 5 transfers so far in this window. Kante, Batshuayi, Granit Xhaka, Sadio Mane, but the biggest one, £37 million that Manchester City paid Schalke for Leroy Sané. That will be overtaken big time by Paul Pogba, John Stones and perhaps even Alexandre Lacazette. Now, if those deals, all of them, if they do go through, we could be heading, wait for it, for the first £1 billion spend in a transfer window.